Hello Aries, welcome to June. This is Gwendolyn. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This video is going to be a monthly Tarotscope for Aries for June, and as I shuffle the cards here, I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the sky. We finished up May with a full moon in Sagittarius, which brought some things to light. It may have felt severe or harsh for some, but really the function of that was to bring things to the surface that needed to be purged and released. So, you know, with the entering of Uranus and Taurus mid-May, it's been a little bit of a shakeup, but again, it's for good purposes. It's bringing us forward. And as we come into June, June has a beautiful, fun, sparkly energy to it. We've got this new moon in Gemini on June 13th, and that's happening in your third house of communication, Aries. So it may be a good time to begin things that have to do with communication of ideas. It may be a great time to, say, begin studying a new language. Or for some of you, it may be beginning to a new way of communicating. If, for example, you have too much fire in your communication, I know you Aries can be very direct, but sometimes it can be a little aggressive or harsh. Sometimes you go overboard with the fire energy, so it may be learning a new way of communicating. And then we have a full moon at the end of the month in Capricorn, which is your 10th house, Aries. And this is the house of your career, reputation, status. So you may be in the spotlight at the end of the month, Aries. And this is a time where you can release things. Full moons mean a time of completion of some cycle that may have developed over, say, the past 6 months since that new moon in Capricorn. And it can have a bit of seriousness to it. This full moon is conjunct Saturn, which is the sort of serious, disciplined, structured planet. So it can feel a bit serious. And if it does, it's sort of echoing the same function as that full moon in Sag that we just had at the end of May. It may bring things to the surface for release. It may bring information and truths to the surface for recognition and revealing. But if it does feel severe or heavy or overly serious, you know, there is a nice aspect to Uranus, which is the liberator, and you could potentially break free. It's got that feeling of the truth will set you free, and the Sabian symbol for this full moon in Capricorn is a veiled prophet speaks. So it's potential that some truth that has been hidden will be revealed at the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. Let me do one more shuffle here, and then we'll get right into the reading. What's coming up for Aries for June? I just get the feeling it's going to be a pretty light-hearted, fun, sparkly month. So I'm really enjoying this new Gemini season that we're getting into. You open the month with Vision Quest. So you may have a new revelation about something. You may become enlightened by something at the beginning of June, Aries. You may become privy to something. There's a new awakening happening for you. This is Vision Quest, which means seeing a new vision, seeing a dream of what you would like to create. It's basically enlightenment. This is equivalent to the Hanged Man. And this means seeing things from a new perspective, seeing the truth because you're looking at things from a new perspective, taking a time out just to observe things. So that's a really nice card. It's also a card of enlightenment from, doing things your own way. Not necessarily worrying about what other people think. But it means seeing things from a different perspective. And maybe there's new information that's coming to you, Aries, at the beginning of June. In in the reverse, right next to it, we have the Son of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands in reverse. So Knight of Wands in the upright position means someone who is energetic and goes for it and is passionate and, you know, breaks through boundaries. It's got actually a lot of fire Mars energy that is your ruling planet, Aries. But in the reverse position, it is someone who comes in and goes out very quickly. It's someone who just like comes in, gets what they want, and goes back out. So in the reverse position, it's saying be careful of someone who is just coming in and going out. Especially in terms of love here, Aries. This is Two of Cups, Two of Water, which is love. But with it next to the Son of Fire, it's saying, you know, there may be, it's just saying be aware of someone who may come in and go out very quickly in terms of love. And then we also have 8 of Coins here, which is 8 of Earth, inner order. And this is saying make sure that your internal world is in order, Aries. Make sure that things are balanced, that you're putting the work in terms of attending to your inner order, your inner self, your inner peace, I'll even say. So this is really what is requiring your attention at the beginning of June, and you may get some illumination at the beginning of June, new information, you know, insight, revelation, something like that. This can be an aha moment quite often, this Vision Quest card as Hangman. And it's really in a way to serve your inner order, your inner structure, your inner harmony. And so I'm just going to say with these two surrounding these two cards, there is Two of Cups here, which is love energy. It's coming together with someone, but this card is just a little bit of a warning that they may come in and go out quickly, especially if they're matching your fire energy, you know, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But in general, Knight of Wands in reverse is just someone who comes in, gets what they want, and goes out quickly. So be aware of that, Aries. Then in the middle of the month, we have the Son of Earth, as well as 2 of Earth and 3 of Air in reverse. These are all in reverse in the middle of the month, so you may feel things are topsy-turvy in the middle of June. The Son of Earth takes his time. He plans things carefully. This is equivalent to the Knight of Pentacles. And he makes sure that his footing is solid before he takes further steps. So with this in the reverse, again, it's just kind of giving, with 2 knights in reverse around this new information, it's just kind of giving you a heads up to say, you know, make sure as you take steps on things that your foundation is solid, that you're on steady ground, that you have a solid footing before you're stepping forward on things. And it's also saying, because he takes his time, in reverse, saying be careful not to rush into things. Be careful, just be sure, Aries, that you're on solid footing and solid ground, and go slow, is what this card in reverse says. And things are changing. This is 2 of Earth, but it may be a change that you're resisting because it's in reverse. Usually there is some sort of fear, doubt, or resistance when a card appears in reverse. So this is change as it's depicted on this card, but it's in the reverse. It says that you're resisting this change, or you're fearful of this change, or you're doubtful of this change. And it's right next to the card of doubt as well. So is there something that you're doubtful of, Aries, in the middle of the month? This is the 3 of Swords in the tarot, and it's usually depicted as a heart pierced by 3 swords. So sometimes this can be a third-party situation. This is a card that usually depicts heartbreak, betrayal, disappointment, sadness. And in the reverse position, it's saying that there may be something that you need to slide out of your heart. What belief, idea, thought, knowledge, or wisdom, you know, what ideas are you holding that you may need to pull out of your heart in order to allow this change to arrive? You know, what is it that you're fearful about change? Because it's saying change is coming, but you're fearing it. You may be on unsteady ground. And Grandfather it's your card, Aries, and it's in reverse. So it's saying, are you feeling out of control? Is there a way in which your rules are not being followed, or again, your inner order is not being attended to? because I'm seeing you're going from, you know, inner order and excess here with Emperor in reverse. So this Emperor in reverse means there's some sort of fear, doubt, or resistance to your ability to be in control, your ability to set boundaries and have them be followed, or it's just showing you in reverse, Aries. So what's going on in the middle of the month that you're feeling on unsteady ground, resisting change, needing to confront this doubt, and then feeling upside down? What's happening, Aries? You might just want to take a look at that and see. Just make sure that you're on steady ground. You know, go slowly is what this is saying. Proceed with caution. And then towards the end of the month, you have the Father of Water in reverse, and then Grandmother. Father of Water is usually someone who is a perfect partner. This could be a water sign too. It could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, someone that you're not seeing eye to eye with. Or usually it's someone who's a perfect partner. So in the reverse, it's saying someone who's showing up as not the perfect partner, someone who's not being emotionally caring or connected as they normally are. Because in the upright, Father of Water is very compassionate, he's very tender, he's very considerate of other people's feelings, he's very loving. But in the reverse, he's not showing up as that. It's the sort of opposite qualities of that. So just be, again, aware of that. But I do see Grandmother here showing up for you, and this means connecting with the earth. This means feeling like growth is happening. 3 is the number for both growth and creativity. So there could be some growth that you achieve through your interaction with this person. It could really be anyone who's got the archetype of Father of Cups or King of Cups, but who may not be showing their highest qualities at the moment. But it's leading to growth for you. So regardless, as you come through that, you may do some nurturing on yourself, and there may be a period of renewal here too. Star means renewal. Star is the card that comes after the Tower card, which is when everything crumbles and breaks down. So this Star card is saying, you know, there's a period of renewal. This is a card of self-acceptance, just as you are, you know, with all your flaws or, you know, any mistakes. Star just says, you know what, it's okay. I can accept myself just as I am. And it's that feeling of after a storm brews, this is a period of renewal. So if there is any troublesome things going on in terms of love, or someone coming in like a storm and going out that's having this heartbreak, betrayal, or disappointment, you may at the end of the month have a period of renewal, or you have the opportunity of renewal through this growth. And then 7 of Water shows that you may have to make some choices. This is excess. So if there's been an area where things have been excessive, you really see the vessels here that are holding the water versus the ones that are draining the water. And water represents emotional energy. So you may need to make some choices about what keeps you filled up, what vessels hold water, and what vessels are draining water out of you. So there's choices. 7 of Water is often a card of choices, and there may be some choices that you need to make, you know, right around this full moon in Capricorn in your 10th house. Full moons are times to release things, times when things complete. So you may take the opportunity to release things that are no longer emotionally serving you and see what things hold water, Aries. So that's my reading for you for June. I hope you all have a wonderful June. It looks like it's going to be a really fun month full of just, you know, that sparkly Quicksilver Gemini energy. And if you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can do that at readingsbygwendolyn.com. And I have a friend who's a life coach, Jeannie Lawrence. She's wonderful. And if you'd like to get some life coaching, I'll be putting her website down below. And if you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with another Aries. And as always, I would just like to thank everyone so much for watching. Yours in the stars.